I'm Shabelle Fack. I'm a 20-year-old natural bodybuilder. I'm a tradie, I'm a plumber. So I work from 7 till 3. I have my meals set out throughout the day. I have special breakfasts, I have special lunches at work. I have special pre-workout meals after work, so around 4 or 5 o'clock. And I have special dinners. This is for when I'm cutting, this is for when I'm lean bulking, this is for when I'm absolutely mass bulking, okay? These are the best. It'll keep your energy levels high. It'll keep your fat intake good, so your hormones are producing testosterone and growth hormone throughout the day, so you're growing muscle and you're not, feeling like crap at work and crashing because you had too much sugar in the morning. Keeps your protein synthesis up throughout the whole day, which means you're constantly repairing muscle and building muscle. So for breakfast, I'll usually have like eggs on toast, mincemeat and eggs on toast, a high protein and a high fat, and moderate carb. The reason I say high fat, high protein is because in the morning when you wake up, you need to bump up that muscle recovery process. And when you have carbs, don't have fast digesting carbs such as white pasta, white potato, white rice, sugar. If you have too much of that, you'll spike your blood sugar levels, and a couple hours later, midday at work, around 12 o'clock in the afternoon, you'll crash. So you want to keep it to wholemeal bread in the morning if you want any carbs, sweet potatoes. And you know what, if you feel like something sweet in the morning after your eggs on toast, have like a fruit, like a pear, apple, something with good fiber in it. So you can have honey, yogurt, and oats as well. That's not gonna spike your insulin too much because oats are slow digesting. Chuck some berries in there as well for some vitamin C and antioxidants. And if you make a bowl of yogurt like that, definitely put your creatine and glutamine in there if you supplement with those, because it absorbs better with vitamin C and you won't taste the creatine and the glutamine because obviously you've put honey, whatnot, and it tastes sweet. But anyway, that's the best breakfast you can have. It'll definitely keep you full till lunch. If you're not much of a big eater, you'll definitely stay satiated until after work. But for me, I'm a big eater. So usually at work, if I'm cutting, I'll just have 3 cans of salmon. I choose salmon over tuna because tuna's like, chicken, except it's from the sea. It's very lean, it has a lot of protein, a little bit of omega-3, but salmon has a little bit more fats, and most of that is omega-3, and omega-3 is an anti-inflammatory. Our body needs it. It doesn't produce it by itself, and it has anabolic effects on the muscle, and it's good at keeping your muscle on you, helping your body keep muscle on you without catabolizing when you're in a calorie deficit. So having salmon at work is, a light meal at work, or if you're bulking, salmon and rice, tuna and rice. If you don't like fish, you can just have a fish oil to replace the omega-3, to supplement that omega-3. And just have chicken and rice at work, beef and rice, any healthy carbs with meat. As long as you're including beef, eggs, have a fruit, have some carbs, potatoes. Just the main thing here is like no unhealthy stuff. You still don't want to spike your sugar straight away, having lollies and, sugary drinks. That just spikes your blood sugar and it crashes you. If you didn't have carbs for breakfast, I guess a sugary drink or a fruit juice, is fine now during lunchtime at work. At work, try to keep it light, not something heavy, because especially if you're a tradie, after you eat lunch at around 11 a.m., 12 p.m., you start to crash after and you don't want to work. And by the time it's 2:30, 3 o'clock, you just feel fried, and your boss is going to be like, what the fuck? Why did I employ this guy? He's such a lazy motherfucker, And even at normal work, you just have a sugar crash, you're on the computer if you work in the office, So keep it light, keep it simple, don't have too many crazy carbs, but bump up the protein a bit. Doesn't have to be high fat, and moderate carbs. That's what I usually do for lunch at work. Now, a pre-workout meal. Very important is that you have a low fat pre-workout meal when you come back from work at around 4 or 5 p.m. because I assume that's when most people go to the gym. Keep it low fat. If you're not sure what's low fat, don't have any red meat. If you're gonna have red meat, kangaroo's okay because it's very lean. But if you want to have meat before a workout, which is not the best because it digests slow, have chicken breast. A good protein source before a workout is whey protein. Get a good one without any bad thickeners in it and guar gum and xanthan gum and bloody sucralose. Not good for your gut. You'll be fighting at the gym like crazy and you're gonna make the whole gym angry at you, because I get angry too when the whole gym stinks like shit. A YoPro yogurt with banana and honey, that's good quick carbs before the gym. Wait an hour and a half after eating that meal, then head to the gym. Also, make sure you're having salt on your meals throughout the whole day. Pink Himalayan salt or sea salt, bump up your sodium and hydrate your cells, because without salt and without sodium, you're not hydrated. You actually need salt to hydrate your cells in your body. I don't know the exact science behind it, but that's how it is. Don't bump up too much salt and, you know, getting the salt shaker and doing that. But if you eat 100% clean and cook all your foods and strictly don't eat food, outside fast food, you probably don't have enough sodium. So make sure to always sprinkle salt on your food. Salt is not bad for you. Only excess salt that's in deep fried food from outside restaurants, and they add a lot of canola oil and seasoning and a lot of sodium, it's bad. But yeah, the main rules before a pre-workout meal: don't have something too heavy, don't have slow digesting carbs like you do in the morning, like sweet potato, wholemeal bread, brown rice. That's just gonna stay in your stomach while you're training. Unless you're training 5 hours later, that's fine. But you wanna have something nice and quick to enter your muscles before you work out. And don't overload it. Like, don't have 3 bananas, a kilo of rice, you know, unless you're a massive bodybuilder on the gear. Your body can actually absorb that and use it. If you're like an average build, or even like me, very muscular, natural, doesn't matter, natural or on gear, you don't want to overload on carbs. You're going to spike your blood sugar too much and you're going to crash at the gym and you're going to feel horrible and you're just going to feel like all the carbs are digesting in your stomach and it's not nice. If you want to keep it simple, just have a scoop of protein powder with honey in there, drink it, and then on the way to the gym, have coconut water. Coconut water is great carbs as well before the gym. Now, dinner can be like anything really. It can be a fast digesting carb with your protein, or a slow digesting carb. So white rice and chicken's good. Having carbs after your workout, quick carbs like white rice, white potato, fast digesting carbs, it'll help with muscle repair right after your workout. But if you have slow digesting carbs before you sleep as well, like a bit of sweet potato or brown rice, that's fine still. You won't grow less muscle. But it's nice to also mix it with a bit of fast digesting carbs as well if you want full anabolic benefit. If you're cutting, essentially you'd want to put most of your carbs before and after your workout and not really in the morning and at work. That's why when I'm at work, I have that 3 cans of small salmon and I'll have like maybe just 3 rice crackers, which is like 20 grams of carbs. It's nothing at all to keep me going throughout the day. You want to save those carbs for before and after your workout for performance and recovery when you're cutting. If you're on the bulk, keep the carbs moderate throughout the day, breakfast and lunch. Before the workout, have a moderate amount of fast digesting carbs, and then at night have another moderate amount of carbs. You don't need too many carbs unless you have a really intense job. Maybe have a bit more carbs for breakfast, like 4 pieces of wholemeal bread. And if you find yourself you're not growing after doing this, add extra peanut butter, add extra honey, add extra full fat milk to your coffee. You know, there's this little calorie tricks to bulk up. And if you're cutting and you're not losing weight, just take away a bit of the fats. So maybe have less fatty meat and more lean meat, like extra lean beef mince, and keep your fat content mostly towards your eggs and animal-based fats, not really avocado, olive oil. That's all great fats, but the main fats that help with hormone production and testosterone production and lowering cortisol is actually animal-based fats like eggs and meat. They have all the cholesterol and the saturated fats, which are the key fats, mother fats, for creating hormones. And that's what you need, especially when you're cutting. No hormones and you feel like crap, you feel like depressed, unmotivated. And when you're bulking, you want to take advantage of that too, so your training sessions are way better. If you do feel like a snack, chocolate bar, you know what? In my advice, keep it for the weekend. Keep it in moderation. In moderation, people think, oh, once a week. Nah, not even. Like, something so dense in fat and sugar needs to be kept on the low, especially if you're bulking and cutting, because bulking, you'll get used to it. You'll overload on the fat. And when you go to cut, you're shredding so much fat. And cutting, you know, you don't want to have too much calories you put on fat. So clean food is the best, guys. Eating carbs and protein throughout the day is beautiful. Mostly before and after your workout, you load up on the carbs. If you have a sedentary job and you're not moving around much, you don't need that many carbs in the morning, I guess. So save those carbs for later. Definitely have some carbs, and remember, not fast digesting carbs to spike your blood sugar. If you want a more open view of slow and fast digesting carbs, they're right here on the screen. Okay, that's what you can have in the morning. And high fat protein, low fat protein. It's all easy. It's all trial and error progress. And whatever hurts your stomach and doesn't make you feel good, don't have it again. Everyone's a little bit different at the same time, you know. We're not all exactly the same, and that's what makes this whole thing fun. This is the foundation information that you should go off and everyone should go off. Even if you don't go gym, you just want to stay healthy and feel good throughout the day and eat healthy. You don't have to have 2, 3, 4, 5 meals a day. You can just have breakfast and dinner if that makes you happy. Just as long as it's high nutritious meals that'll make you feel the best. And it's a bonus if you go gym, because it has an anabolic effect and you just feel amazing. Take it from me, I'm a 20-year-old natural. The past 1 year I've been very strict, and it's made an absolute life-changing difference. Mentally, physically, I feel so much better and amazing. And you develop a crazy, beautiful discipline that you can take on to your future and apply it to other things like your job, your family, your relationships. It's a bit, sounds like blah, 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 mumble now if you don't understand, but when you start doing this and being disciplined with yourself and eating healthy like us humans should, you understand what I mean by this. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope my tips make you feel good. If it does, comment below. Comment some good meals below if you want. I'll try them. I love to try them, and I'll put them in my next video, my shredding video. I'll have it for breakfast or lunch, and I'll shout you out in the video as well. That'll be cool. That's a cool idea to the Shredded Sharp series. Happy working, happy life, happy gym.